Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your quirky makeup artist friend Kat Sketch here to bring you another Chit Chat Get Ready With Me video. This video is about conspiracy theories. We're gonna do some makeup, talk about some things about Titanic, about Pennywise the Clown, Santa Claus, Frozen, Princess Diana, everything that interests me while beating this face with this planet on my face. What is this pimple? I don't want to hear, but she's here. We need to cover it. Let's get started. I need some under eye corrector because I've been barely sleeping. I want to do a pink and blue type situation. That's probably why I wore a pink shirt with a blue background. But before we get started talking about these conspiracy theories, let me define to you conspiracy, the word, and conspiracy theories, because I thought that they were literally made up folk fairy tales that people wish were real and aren't. But the real meaning of conspiracy is, before we get started, because I feel like a lot of people just throw the word conspiracy theory at everything that sounds weird that they thought of, and I thought it was, like I said, just made up stories that people, it was like make-believe that had some creepy coincidences. But conspiracy itself, the definition of it, because words mean things and reading is very informative and good for your life. But conspiracy means a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful, and it's really prevalent nowadays because a lot of people believe in anonymous and all of these conspiracies of hidden groups against the government or for the government or whatever. It's also considered the action for plotting and conspiring against people or something. But the whole meaning of conspiracy theories, the definition of that itself, is a belief that a group or organization is responsible for a circumstance or event. Interesting, isn't it? See, now I thought conspiracy theories meant like, this is my hypothesis. That was probably not true, but that's because I wasn't reading things, and I feel like too many people are throwing the word conspiracy theory around. And for me personally, conspiracy theory just sounds like something made up that might not be real. So that's what I'm going to take it as, these conspiracy theories that I heard online that probably aren't true, but it'd be interesting if they were. And that's what I'm going to go dive right into the conspiracy theories as. I'm not taking this to heart. It's not 100% true. Again, they're just theories that may not be true. So let's get started. I am using this Wet n Wild foundation because I remember it being bomb and even my boyfriend complimenting it. So let me do a diva-like tea spilling hair toss. Pennywise the Clown. Have you ever noticed anyone else who's a fan of Disney and Winnie the Pooh? Winnie the Pooh sounds a lot like Pennywise the Clown, and I'm wondering if the creator of Pennywise the Clown, is it Stephen King? If the creator of Pennywise the Clown got inspiration from Winnie the Pooh, because they sound so very similar. And not only that, but there's other things that is extremely similar with Winnie the Pooh and Pennywise the Clown. Okay, there's not that many, but hear me out. Winnie the Pooh is always usually shown with a red balloon. Huh? Doesn't Pennywise the Clown love red balloons? He uses it as like a tactic in all of his crazy shenanigans. Also, doesn't Winnie the Pooh obsess over this boy that's his friend named Christopher Robin? What does Christopher Robin wear in many of the Winnie the Pooh covers, illustrations, pictures throughout the movies, books, and franchise? He wears a yellow raincoat. But I mean, Paddington the Bear also wears a yellow raincoat, and I can't find any similarities between Paddington the Bear and the Clown, but I thought that was odd. But I think I need to see more similarities. If there was a person named Georgie in Winnie the Pooh, there isn't, but I just thought that was interesting and weird, the coincidence. What do you think? Hello, Georgie. Imagine seeing Winnie the Pooh covered in honey, crawling from underneath something saying, hello, Georgie. But their voices are so similar, and I could not get that out of my head. I'm gonna get nightmares from this one. Let's get that one out of the way. The next conspiracy theory, have you heard about the Yellow Room? The Yellow Room is a conspiracy theory that's been really flying around the internet, especially lately since all this pandemic started, which is weird because the Yellow Room is described as something you go to or appear in when you don't know where you are, and it's defined as that simulation theory of the simulation is out of whack, and it's something that the simulation doesn't project. And a lot of people think it's like a back room to a mall, and they just end up there and time passes and they don't remember what time it is, where they really are, and it's like a creepy, mysterious room behind stores and malls and stuff like that. I mean, I've never seen no mysterious yellow room behind a mall, and I used to work there for many years. But most people say when they appear there and have stories of appearing in the yellow room that they're lost in the back of a store or something. But how do they know that if it's weird, right? This yellow room mysterious theory has been online for 10 years and has appeared on 4chan, and it has also been produced into a video game. Sounds like one of those mysterious games where it's like escape room games, which I used to be obsessed with in college. But that's where this conspiracy theory stops. There's a video game about it, but I'm taking this conspiracy theory even further. Not that this is not real or not. I've never played this creepy game that's just surfaced since I was young. I never had this Bloody Mary type creepy spooky sleepover game when I was young, but now there's this game that I've heard that's gone around all over the internet. I would never play with it. I would never mess with this, only because it just seems too sketch for me personally. But it's called Red Door, Yellow Door. It's almost like that game where it's like feather floating, where you put your fingers under someone's body and their body floats and weird stuff like that, you know? I've played that one when I was like way too old to be playing these games. But the reason why I'm bringing up this game is because it's the first thing that popped up into my mind when I heard about this conspiracy theory about the yellow room, because yellow room, yellow door, it kind of makes sense. It has yellow in it. What are the odds that yellow is portrayed in rooms? It's not a really popular like wall color in department stores or malls. They usually have like white, blue, stuff like that. And this game hasn't really popped up until recently. Like, I never heard of Red Door, Yellow Door when I was a kid, but now, okay, let me explain to you what this game is, and please, warning, do not play this. It seems spooky as can be. But I'm gonna break it down to you to the basics. There's usually 2 or more players. It's usually played at some sort of sleepover situation, I'm sure. But there's 2 or more players. There's one person that's the leader, and they're the ones sitting cross-legged on the floor, while the other person who's playing the game has their head in their lap with an eye cover. And usually there's like a cushion or a pillow underneath their head or around their body to prop them up, so that the person's head, the temples, touches the other person with their legs crossed, that their lap that they're sitting next to or in, the temples could touch their fingers right in front of them. And the person who has their temples being touched, who's laying on the floor in their lap, has their arms out during this whole process of the game. Or up, like, ooh, Zombie of the Living Dead, but they're laying down with it up. Already sounds like you're being too open, honestly, for any type of spirit or creepy thing, in my opinion. But it doesn't stop there. We're not even playing the game, we're just setting it up. Sounds like we're setting up a Ouija board already to get possessed. But as the leader who has their legs crossed with the person's head in their lap and their fingers on their temples, they're massaging the temples, right? In like a clockwise type motion. Is it counterclockwise or clockwise? I don't know. I don't know if it's the person massaging the temples or the person laying in their lap that's on the floor getting the massage of the temples, but they're chanting, one of them, or both of them, don't know, is chanting, red door, yellow door, any other door, over and over and over, till the person who's laying down with the blindfold, who's getting their temples massaged, while this chanting's going on, they start seeing images, hallucinating in their mind. I don't know if it's like that deep tank stuff that I would never do. Have you heard of that? That's not even part of these conspiracy theories, but have you heard of the deep water tank stuff? No, not gonna do it. I can't even reheat my food or cook in my kitchen or do most things. I can't even drive around town without listening to podcasts or music or something. You think I am going to sit silent in a floating tank in the darkness in a stranger's place? Nope. That's what those float tanks are. That's what this reminds me of. But this is even creepier because you're chanting red door, yellow door, any other door. And then you start seeing images in your mind. That's what it reminded me of, the float tank. And Sometimes you see people and you can't interact with the people, because if you interact with the people, they try to like lead you away, or they do something and you're told not to interact with the people because you might get taken away and might not come back, is what the conspiracy theories say. You might not come back. I mean, these weird yellow rooms, yellow doors, it's all weird, right? I miss the days when I was growing up, all we had was Bloody Mary, and I played it before. Not a single thing happened unless I was doing it wrong. Do y'all remember that? It wasn't as complicated as being massaged by your friend or a stranger, or floating and seeing mysterious people in your head. It wasn't that complicated. I don't like this theory, but I have a feeling it might be connected. It's just weird stuff to talk about. Again, they might not be real, they probably aren't. I'm using my Color Drain Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This thing is bomb.com. I've been loving it and using it constantly because it's so amazing. I need to buy more eyeshadow palettes from them. I'm using Jet Set. Again, we're doing blue and pink. But more conspiracy theories. So the Titanic. I love Titanic conspiracy theories because my generation grew up with that movie, so we are invested in Miss Titanic. So the Titanic sunk in 1912, right? And what you didn't know was when James Cameron was doing the Titanic movie, doing his investigation, showing film and video of them first discovering it in the ocean down below, the Titanic, the sign on the side of the boat didn't say Titanic. The initials that were shown had like MP in it, or part of the Olympic. If you didn't know, the Olympic was a boat that was around the same time as the Titanic. But the Titanic was insured, the Olympic wasn't, and the Olympic already broke down at least 2 times. So she was problematic, Miss Olympic. I'm just gonna dip into my Creepy Cute palette because I have glued this shut and have not found a blue like this color. Haven't found it, and I need a light sky blue like this. Yes. So the Olympic again didn't have insurance, but what if it wasn't the Titanic that really sunk? It was the Olympic pretending to be the Titanic, because in some of the pictures it's not matching up. How could the Titanic change all of its window placements and reconstruction, and then the side of the thing with James Cameron, it's just not working out. In the Titanic, the insurance that they collected from it was well over $10 million at the time, but others say over $100 million, which in 1912, I don't know. But it was so much that their insurance company that the Titanic was insured with went out of business, is what I heard. So what do you think? Do you think the Titanic really sank, or was it the Olympic? It's an interesting fact, right? There's a lot of people trying to debunk this conspiracy theory, but it's just so interesting because it was such a big event. I don't know if you've heard about this one, but there is a song on the internet on YouTube by a rap artist named Dr. Creep, and it's a song called Pandemic featuring Lone Ninja. And this song, if you listen to the lyrics, it predicts the coronavirus. He's talking about the coronavirus and bodies stacking up in this song. How did he do this when this song came out years and years before anything about this coronavirus was happening? Did this rap artist predict it? We get in places. All right, next we're gonna get some white aqua paint before going on with these conspiracies, and use that as liner because your girl does not have any hydro liners, because I am not that bougie and expensive, semi-broke to buy that. But then I buy eyeshadow palettes, so why don't I just invest in that? Don't know, can't tell you. I just feel like hydro liners, aren't they just this, like white face paint? Maybe that's just me. Conspiracy theory that are hydro liners just white caked face paint makeup, body paint makeup. Anyways, another conspiracy theory that really intrigues me is the fact that Mars, they discovered, you know how they discovered that they have some water on said planet of Miss Mars? Well, what if they see water on there? Because what if us humans used to be on that planet, but we messed it up, and when we mess it up, instead of fixing it and saving our old planet Mars, what if we just came here instead and tried to start over? Interesting theory, right? Because usually the reason why we freaked out about Mars having water on her is because usually if a planet has water, there might be living beings on it. But what if we were those living beings at one point and messed her up? Because we're already kind of destroying this planet. I've never felt so stressed in my life till I did this liner, so it's hard to talk while I'm doing it. This is so difficult. Meh. Scared. I'm gonna add a little glitter to the white. Don't know why, just want to. Might mess it up. Liquid white glitter by Pixie. This is in the color Crystalline. Very underrated liquid glitter company. I trust liquid glitter over the loose glitters that look like craft glitter stuck in those little pots that they sell called cosmetics. Just me. All right, now that we have all the glitter and the liner on, I don't know if it looks perfect, but it's the best I could do. Anyways, this one really creeped me out and kept me up at night. Antarctica, you know, that one place. Well, there was an article in 2019 asking for military to come to Antarctica because they need to weaponize more, or they just need more troops there, right? Antarctica, this part of Antarctica only has 1,106 people population, and their government military base is 1,300 miles away from civilization. So why do they need more people there? What are they hiding? Why do they need more people? They literally made the article asking for more troops to come to serve there. What? What if Area 51 is just a decoy and everything that the government is hiding is actually in that part of Antarctica? Y'all remember the X-Files when they were in that snowy... I'm just saying. It would make a lot of sense because there's barely any people there. It's far away from civilization. If the government was gonna hide anything and come after my butt for this video, they probably hide it in Antarctica. I'm gonna die soon, aren't I? They're probably seeing me through my camera right now, or my laptop, or my iPad, or something. If I go missing, y'all know what's the tea. It's because of this video. Duh. Okay, so these last few conspiracies really blew my mind. Of Frozen with Kristoff, you remember him? What if Kristoff is actually the tale of Santa Claus's beginnings? Because Kristoff from Frozen, right, likes reindeers, so does Santa Claus. Another name for Chris, or Kris Kringle. Also, he rides a sleigh with the reindeers, just like Santa Claus does. Also, he likes to work with tiny magical creatures, and he's an orphan. Sounds like Santa Claus up in the North Pole with his little elves. Yes. Also, in legendary folktales, Mrs. Claus's name was originally Onwin, which is also another name for Anna, or could be pronounced as Anna. Isn't that interesting? I thought it was. When I watched that movie, I didn't pay that close of attention. Have you guys tried this new Lash Freak Urban Decay mascara? I love it for my bottom lash line. Not sponsored. No. It's just bomb.com. I love the wand too. But I don't know how it holds long term because I literally do my makeup, wear it for 20 minutes and take it off, unfortunately. Because where do I gots to go? Nowheres. Another conspiracy theory that blew my freaking brain out of the water was the conspiracy theory that Princess Diana was reincarnated into a little boy. Princess Diana's death, I remember it when it happened. I was very young, but I remember it all over the news. My parents always talking about it. But there's this boy named Billy in Australia. His father is a popular Australian TV host, and he was born 18 years after Princess Diana's death. Now the creepiest part is that one time this boy's mother got a card with Princess Diana's face on it. This boy was 2 years old at the time, Billy, and he pointed at the card and was like, oh, that's me when I was a princess. There's no memorabilia of the royal family within this family's home, which is creepy. Not that fact that they don't have memorabilia, but that fact that the boy wouldn't even know about Princess Diana, the royal family, or anything about the history at 2 years old. And when he saw this card, something just like blinked in his mind. And it was like the first time seeing her, and he knew all about her. At 3 years old, he would even say details about the family and the death that wasn't really around in popular media at the time, which is scary. Like, it makes you really think, is reincarnation real? Was Princess Diana really reincarnated into this little 3-year-old boy named Billy? Like, he even knew Prince Henry, Prince William. Like, imagine if this little boy saw Meghan Markle and was like crying of happiness. All right, I'm gonna do my lips and I'll be right back. And we are back with the lips. Hopefully I disguised my pimple enough. And I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat, get ready with me beauty makeup of pinks and blues. I don't know why, I just really want to do a pink and blue makeup. And a little glitter. We talked about all the conspiracy theories. Leave a comment down below on a conspiracy theory that I may have said here or that you've heard of that you actually kind of believe in. Again, I don't take these anything too seriously. I don't think it's some like weird group of people against the government or against the world or anything. I just like reading about things that could possibly be real but may not be. Like fairy tales and folk tales that may include the government. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and for watching. Subscribe to this channel. I do 2 videos a week every Monday and Friday. I also do makeup effects videos, body paintings, creepy tales, and I can't wait to finish Alice in Wonderland 2.0 series. So excited. All the products I use in this video will be listed down below in the description box as always. And love you creators. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.